Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation and Integration Part 43, Casual Conversations 9. I just saw the movie Dune. I thought it was good, I really liked it, so I'm going to do a movie review. I'll probably do most. I thought the plot was good, I'll talk about that for a while, and some stories. So let's review the movie Dune. I give that one a minus, maybe an A plus. I thought it was 2.5 hours. Sci-fi adventure, followed the plot the whole time, thought it was very good. Certainly not how aliens actually work. But we'll review the movie, then we'll review some more casual conversations. The movie Dune starts out, again, throughout the movie they call themselves humans, but it's not clear just in the plot of the movie that they're from Earth. The movie starts. There's some commentary about, there's the Fremens. Again, I'm assuming you either watched the movie or have read the book. I didn't know it was a book, but I thought the movie was good. But it starts off the commentary about the Fremens. There's this planet where the most precious resource is the spice on the sand. So the movie starts kind of with the Fremens, the locals to the planet. So the main characters, the Atreides, the House of Atreides, or whatever the main family in the film. Basically, there's an emperor. There's a dominating species, and they have the most power. But there's houses of other important species or civilizations. And so the emperor basically gives them. I'm just looking at the characters to just remember the plot. But the emperor gives them the House of Atreides, or whatever the pronunciation is, to go to this planet. And basically there was the Conans, or there was some other species there beforehand. They were more violent or more aggressive, but they built most of the planet. Then the emperor removes them, and then has this House of Atreides go there. Later in the movie, or clearly throughout the movie, it's to kill the Atreides. But that's kind of how the movie starts. And then throughout the movie, you have this Timothy Chalamet, Paul Atreides. Basically, the House of Atreides has the patriarch, the father, the leader, and then the son is growing up. I mean, in the movie's got to be 16, 17, 18, but he's the heir to the throne. And so the emperor orders one civilization to leave a certain planet, and again, the Fremens are local to this planet they go to, and also on the planet there's these giant worms, which are like tremors. If you've seen the movie, the American movie Tremors, basically just humongous worms which are native to the planet they go to, and it's they just hear, if you walk on the ground, they can hear the ground and they come and eat you. So basically you have one civilization gets removed from a planet, this emperor in the background ordering these things, another civilization gets put on the planet, and then the first civilization that got removed basically comes back and to kill the species that is now put on the planet. The Fremens are locals to the planet this is occurring on, and there's big native worms that eat anybody that walks on the sand. So that's kind of what's going on, the overall plot of the movie. There was also an interesting concept, the Bennet Suits, I think is what they called them. But basically, again, when the Conans, the first species comes back to kill the House of Atreides, the matriarch, the mother, the Oscar Isaac, he gets killed about halfway through the movie. The Lady Jessica, Rebecca Ferguson character, she's again a part of this House of Gesserit. So it's the House of Atreides, and then the mother, the wife of that guy is also some other civilization relation. And basically what they do is have this voice, and so it's at certain points in the movie, if you can speak the voice, you can order people to do stuff. So that's a relevant role or power in the movie. But the first species, as I'm just looking through the characters, anything that sticks out in my head. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't know, I liked the movie. I thought it was overall good. I mean, that's the basic plot and the things that go on. Zendaya, she's a Fremen. Jason Momoa, he's a... So, like, when they first go to the planet, the Oscar Isaac character basically has one of his, the House of Atreides has one of his people, the Jason Momoa character, go into the desert and try to find the Fremens. And that's, like I said, these people are native to the planet, so they're really good at moving around with the worms, so they don't get eaten or whatever. But the Fremens, I did think it was funny. They had when Jason Momoa goes and gets so they try to find the Fremens, they don't. They send some assassin, like the Fremen send some assassin to kill Jason Momoa, and that's how they get their interaction. And that's how the House of Atreides, when they go to the planet, gets to talk to the local Fremens. But it was pretty funny. The spitting, like the two civilization leaders meeting each other, and one spits in front of the other one, and the Oscar Isaac character, like they just don't get the thing. But then Jason Momoa spits, and it's just like showing respect of sharing moisture. It's kind of what they say in the movie. And like I said, the House of Jesuit's kind of like the mom, like I said, has some relation to some other civilization, and the kid, the Timothy character was trained with the voice, and he's like learning it. There's like a native ecologist, the Sharon Duncan character, I believe, who's a Fremen, but also I think they called her like a local ecologist, basically just like a scout for the Emperor, and just like, again, the Emperor has some presence. Like I said, it's a dominant species. They're supposed to be the most rich ones, but there's other powerful houses and stuff. And so, like I said, those are just the things that stick out in my mind. I thought it was a good movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was, like I said, 2.5 hour movie. Enjoyed the whole thing. Glad to see part 2's coming up. So now let's review that to actual aliens. So, again, obviously, definitely no violence in space. Not at all. It doesn't exist. But again, the Bennet Suits, that's a very interesting idea. Why would most be female? And I'm very certain they are. You guys said you think you listen to one lone male and there's a bunch of other ones. When did the power shift? Better question. What happens when a population stabilizes proportional to the resources? Everybody lives on planets, there's finite resources. Again, the scale of the universe is what no one really fucking understands. Me included. Me personally, the guy who solved all physics, I don't understand how big size is. Purely mass. Not civilization, just rocks in space. No fucking clue. So let's just talk about overall evolution of a species. Right? Our species clearly are about 50% male, 50% female, and I think that's about true for most civilizations, but we're still growing, like with 7.8 billion people to 10 billion people. What happens when Earth gets enveloped by the sun? More importantly, when does this population reach stability? I mean, just about, again, birth rate about the same as death rate, and why would female be more? Sexual selection, again, a slight skew. Not like 80% female, 20% male, but like 60 to 65% female to 45% male. And just sexual selection, being picky. Even if you can't see genitals on your skeletons, they're sexual. They have to be. And I'm predominantly sure, 100% sure, a lot of them can do the biological cloaking. Amphibians, gills, that's not new. It's interesting. They all respirate breathing. It's not new. But they'd be just a simple biological reason would be sexual selection at a stabilized populace, right? Once again, we'll be about 10 billion people-ish, but all civilizations will stabilize proportional to the resources on their planet, and certainly female first. Just when did the power shift? once a population stabilizes at the total quantity, it's going to skew slightly female. And again, 65% tops, not like severely, but mostly female. Yes. No violence in space, and there's no emperor. There's no like, just comparing it to the movie I just reviewed. It's not like that. No, there's just so many fucking players. There's just so many interactions. There's just so much going on, and it's just science at every level. Nothing different than what we do with any animal on the fucking planet. Nothing more than that. Nothing less than that. And if you can fly around, they're just bigger friends. Anything else to say today? Yeah, someone forgot their onion. Yeah, yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday morning there was an onion in my fucking fridge. I did not cut that onion. 100%. Again, it's friendly. Like, it's friendly. It's any fear sentiment is us 100% for sure. That's what I'm thinking about right now. And a lot of them can do the biological cloaking. The biological cloaking is stronger than I thought, and it's good. Neck's itchy right about here. Triceps itchy right about here. When I was born, my lymph node was a little too big here. But yeah, just normal stuff, honestly. Just normal stuff. So that's what I got for today. Now I'll just tell you another story. So again, what I am doing is I am trying to be, history is a lot bigger, right? And history became her story. But there's a lot of different histories going on. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going on, and it's just everything's connected. So again, I'm not being intentionally vague. I'm telling you what I know. But I'll give you a story about, again, literally a real story about why I think I'm sure mostly female, but again, when did the dominance change? The beta males feeding a group of people, a series of individuals, is really independent of gender, and so it really depends. But again, when population stabilizes, that's why. Just be sexual selection like anything else. But our population is still growing. That's the biggest difference. But so I'll just give you a funny but extremely disrespectful story, but genuinely fucking funny. So again, just reviewing my friend groups. Again, I'm 28. Bullying really wasn't if you go watch a high school teen movie, bullying like that, it really didn't fucking exist. But most people are just insecure. So that's just again the overall friendship background. But like I said, I had probably two groups of friends probably that were, like I said, considered close friends. One group with probably about 3 or 4 people were all the parents are all friends, and then probably a larger group of 15 other people. But the three or four group of friends, I'd say like 5 to 8 different people. Like I said, I was close with throughout my entire life. And so this we'll call him Steve. Well, one of my old friends, not a real name. His name was Steve. And again, friendship since played soccer with him my whole life. I mean, literally grew up with the dude. And one day, I got a couple just precursor stories. Like I said, went to a high school, about 220 people, not big, not small. Most people knew most people. Again, obviously, but this type of friend was one that I would again have sleepovers with as a kid and sit up at night talking about all the girls we liked. Literally, I like this girl, I like this girl. Let's go try to get this girl. Let's try to go get that girl. That type of friend. Grow up my whole I dated a girl for 14 months. And she shitted on me, treated me like shit, literally broke my heart, literally for real. And so this friend saw that whole experience. And then again, I want to talk. There's a couple stories relevant just to the history of my life with the girl I dated, but again, not trying to put her on blast, not trying to have no respect for her, not trying to hide anything, just trying to be sensitive. And again, not from my perspective, but there's just shit that I have to not stories, but just history I have to tell. You're not trying to be vague. I literally just don't want to put other people on blast because people treat me like shit my whole entire fucking life. But so I have this guy friend I've known my entire life, and my friend Steve, he's dating this girl Susan. Well, the girl Susan, I was also very attracted to at about 15 years of age, and I remember in high school she told me. I think they're still dating now. They'll probably get married. I think, again, I haven't talked to these people in years. But her exact words were, I would have given Brad a chance if he had more experience, sexual experience. And at this point in time, Susan, her sexual experience was giving one hand job to her brother's friend. You remember that, don't you, Susan? But so Steve and Susan are dating. They've been dating for a long ass time. I was very attracted to Susan. Again, just when everyone was single. And her exact words were, if Brad, I would have given Brad a chance if he had more experience, sexual experience, and simply meaning she had given one dude a hand job. Literally one dude a hand job. It was like more like 15. And so that's kind of the background. That was Susan saying that. And then, at probably when I was 24, like literally probably 4 or 5 years ago, I'm getting lunch with Steve, and again, Steve, the beta males, again, whatever insecurity they can hurl on my life, that is going to be, whatever gossip behind people's back, that's what my life is going to be. And it's effectively true as minute as all the beta males agree. Again, I'm not saying I'm an alpha male, I'm saying beta males are people who can't provide, people who are very insecure, people who just hurl their insults, and everyone agrees. So I'm getting lunch with Steve, and he makes this, like, and again, you can just tell, they at this point in time, they know they fucking scapegoated me, they know they've treated me like shit, and it's still like, oh yeah, we played soccer one day, oh, let's catch up, oh, hope all's well, as they're literally just destroying my professional career. Getting lunch with Steve, and he says to me, still no girls, huh? Like now the next narrative is I'm gay. I'm like, dude, if I was gay, I'd be on fucking Grindr, I'd be at the gay bars trying to pick up the dudes with the big dicks any day of the week. But so how does female dominance happen? Well, when population stabilizes and the beta males, just again, people who don't have to provide, people don't have to, the Dune characters, when they spit to share the moisture, just people that have never really survived. There's probably just like a male domination, and then once the population gets stabilized, female sexual selection is pretty much why I think that would happen. But my point for my personal story is literally just somebody who's, again, watched me try to date. I'm on Tinder swiping on girls literally an hour a day, every single fucking day, and I don't get any matches, and I have Tinder Platinum. I've literally swiped through everybody in a 25, 35 mile radius. Why can't you get girls? Because the fucking beta males, the fucking goofy fucking spooky weirdos. But again, my personal, that's just a scapegoating experience. Like, again, watch me try to get girls literally my entire life, and then the next thing was like, oh, well, he can't get girls, then he's gay. It's like, what the fuck? Steve, if you want Susan to come over, you have a phone number. But again, that 100% real story, 100% just personal scapegoating, but overall, why female domination? Again, beta males, just his story, her story. Really gets back just to survival, who's provided, who has helped, stuff like that, and then a genuine resistance to novel intelligence levels. Again, like, I'm rare. My level of intelligence is extremely rare. Most of them are female. So that's honestly fucking hilarious story. It's a disrespect, like insinuating that I'm homosexual by someone who clearly knows I'm not homosexual is not offensive. But that's kind of like how beta males would, like, again, whatever narrative you can just pile on somebody. That's what happens to a scapegoat. Overall, why can... And there's plenty of males and females and talking aliens, species. There's just so many fucking species. Again, I'm trying to differentiate the lineages, the languages, all of that stuff. So I really wanted to just emphasize the point that they're all mostly a female, 100%. Plenty of other stories to tell. Probably not today. Again, I'm really just trying to structure content and keep like the stories about the same time frame. So yeah, that's it for today. Language, Litigation, and Integration, Part 43, Casual Conversations 9.